Hey, what's up, everyone? It's ClashBandicoot here. Can you smell what ClashBandicoot is cooking? So, for this week, we have The Gathering. It's a special war I do once a month with a friend named The Jerk. He's actually a great guy who happens to organize these once a month 50-person wars. A bunch of people from a number of different clans get together for the purpose of kicking some ass. So, it's pretty sweet when we can cherish our victory, as we did this month against this clan, Diane Jagger. They weren't too organized, but still put up a good fight, nonetheless. I'm going to run you through a few attacks. I'm going to try and show different variety of Town Hall 9, Town Hall 8, while squeezing a Town Hall 10. Mostly focus on some mid to high level Town Hall 9 attacks. As you can see here, just going up and down through the ladder, you can see almost every base 3-starred, starting from the bottom. But ultimately, I'll give you a preview and hopefully teach you a new thing or two, and definitely give everyone a shout out who's the attacker or the attackee in this case. We've got, let's see, Lewis. Starts off here with a queen walk. He's going pretty smoothly. Throws down, let's see here, a bowler, making his way closer to the core of this base. Pretty easy 10. I mean, wall's weak, so you don't think they're going to pose much of a threat to his ground game here. Looks like he's going for a pretty wide funnel, which makes sense, just so we can narrow that path down where his bulks are going to funnel through. He's got the CC troops coming out, drops of poison. Great, taking care of those, and off goes your Volks. I might have waited a little bit to drop your Volks, given they might get roasted by the dragon, if that's a problem. But anyways, the Volks made it right to the middle. You drop those jump spells, and no problem, just destroyed the core real quick. As you can see here, Facebook message popped up, clone is awesome. Yes, when you get to Town Hall 11, use the clone spell. Something you must do. Anyways, back to this attack. So he's rolling through this base, steamrolling. I mean, there is no stopping him now. Running through each and every attack, and I mean, ultimately, easy 3-star. Heroes. There's no questions about this one. 1, 2, 3, sped up, and we're done. All right, next attack. What will I show you next? And we'll go right down the ladder here. Alright, Sabertooth. So this attack's going to be, so we've got golems, Volks, and we've got, some Quake. So we're going to break a hole open with the base there. And we're off. Alright, so my tablet ready to go here. Very, very wide funnel. Sabertooth, I like the way he plans his approach. I mean, he takes no risk in terms of he's not just going to dump his Volks, let them run wild, and then perhaps they might go around the base. Now here, it was a little premature. Probably should have dropped one Volk right on the left-hand side if you were to do this over again, given they could have ultimately swung around the outside, and that would have been chaos. Just they fall out, and they all would die before they made it to the middle. Luckily, blew up in the middle. Volks funneled right through. Second jump spell, take them to the other compartments. They're ripping through these. Jeez, I mean, there's nothing that's going to stop these Volks at this point. I mean, yeah, probably could have saved a spell, which point I'll just fast forward, and we'll go to the next attack. You know how that one's going to end up. So, got here. All right, got a loon. Let's see. Interesting. I wasn't sure the purpose of this one was. They were to pull the CC with a few loons. I probably would have just dropped a hog. Not sure why you need to use 2 loons. I guess you took out the archer tower, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And then started the queen on the other side. Dropped the poison. Very smart. Get that poison all primed up so it's doing that max 150 damage a second. Right when your CC troops are approaching. Now let's see how wide we can get this funnel. Let this archer queen do its magic. Actually, this attack was pretty unique in that it combined a number of different strategies. You had the Zap Quake, clear out some room on that side of the base, and ultimately he's trying to target that air defense in the middle, so he only has to worry about the other two air defenses on the opposite side of the base. Alright, let me scan over there. Got some loons. Very selective loon placement is key at Town Hall 9. You can't just spam loons and expect them to work like you do in Town Hall 11. It's entirely different. Much more, I say, finesse attacks. You have to really know what you're doing. You can't just suddenly learn overnight and appear that you are a competent loon Town Hall 9 attacker. So in this case, you got the hounds going in here, ultimately distracting those air defenses, which are your main enemy at Town Hall 9. You got your wizard towers and your air defenses. Those are your two things you kind of want to stay away from. Whether you can selectively drop your loons on those wizard towers so they don't take out 10 at a time. They're only taking out 1 to 2, maybe 3 tops. And fast forward through this one. All the defenses are gone with 52% left in the base. So pretty much said, don't really need many minions here. I'm just going to let the loon do the cleanup for me. Risky, but if you're good at your attacking, who gives a crap? You know what? Fast forward, done, and on to the next one. Let's see. Alright, we'll scroll down to this one. Give me a replay. Alright. I believe we start here with a queen walk. Yes, we do. See if we get those baby drags involved in the funnel. Alright, we got a wizard. Let's see here. Alright, we got a CC draw. Alright, finally, we're making some progress. Drop that poison. Probably dropped it a little bit sooner, knowing the troops are going to escape that clan castle, and you want to get a head start on that poison because it takes quite a while to build up to that maximum damage. And in this case, a wider net, so you don't have to worry about the CC troops escaping the grasp of the poison spell. Ultimately, he handled no problem with the CC troops. I like the golem being dropped there, try and distract away and get those baby drags, at least buying some extra time. Let them do their thing. He's got a pretty, I guess, wide approach with this top left, top right entry. So he drops the vaults, no problem. As soon as you clear that last building on the edge, you don't have to worry about that. Now his wizards are still hitting that dark elixir storage, but once you get that top, at least building on the perimeter of that edge in the top left-hand corner of that structure, you're good. Let the bowlers funnel in there, follow behind the golem, give them some meat to work with. You don't want to have the bowlers exposed. They have like 300 hit points. They're going to die at a few shots of an archer tower. The archer towers are pretty quick nowadays, and they made them a lot more robust, giving people just running in these massive tank troops. They're sucking down the archer towers' damage. So, alright, fast forward. You know what happens here. Very well planned out attack. All of his bowlers lived. Queen, I mean, nearly a third of his army was still alive. Probably could have taken out a couple more defensive structures easily, no problem here. So, alright, we'll give you another attack. It's the real deal, folks. It's Subzero. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Queen, king, some wizards. Great. I mean, the air defenses are just poorly placed. What are they doing sitting outside of the base? I don't understand. You really think that, you know, if you try a La Lune, like, oh yeah, let's just, I mean, you could practically zap quake the other two and then not have to worry about any air defenses whatsoever. Okay, you got 4 Teslas and whatever else lies in the middle, but I mean, this guy is, I mean, his queen walk, whatever you want to call it, it had some bowlers here. You know, he's got the CC following him around. Probably should have taken some wizards in that case, or at least another poison spell, because that damn baby dragon destroyed his barbarian king. So, yeah, I mean, we're looking to now move in. I like his loon placement. You know, about 3 loons per structure is the ideal ratio at the Town Hall 9 level. So, you know, moving forward, We've got 1, 2, 3, and got the hounds crossing through. Definitely want to drag those hounds across the entire stretch of the map. And he knew exactly what he was doing when he dropped that in the top left-hand corner, and it went all the way to the bottom right-hand corner, and drew probably 1, 2, 3, 4 air bombs in the entire process, which is crazy. I mean, those would have just destroyed his loons. But the hound sucked up all the damage. Who cares? It's there to tank anyway. Don't worry about losing your hound quickly. It's all about sucking up those seeking air mines, and of course anything else that would lie there. Maybe those skeletons. Air skellies are a pain in the ass at Town Hall 11. So you'll see a number of his troops, Bowler still alive, just walk around the entire base without a care in the world. Hoist that Bowler on shoulder, and love how it targets 2 at once. You get twice the bang for your buck. Alright, cleanup mode. Actually, the lava pups finished the town hall, so pretty cool. I guess we'll go over the next attack here. All right, Dr. Feelgood, great song, Motley Crue. Listen up. Alright, so I see Valks, I see Golem, I see at least drop some Quakes here, so you know what his approach is going to be. These bases are very common at the Town Hall 9 level. Learn this attack and you can defeat any of these. You're going to have to stagger your approach, whether it's Golem here, Golem there. In this case, have the wizards kind of flanking on either side, and then you want to work towards working in a couple of wall breakers just to get that first wall open. So you don't need to carry like 8 or 10. Just carry maybe 4 tops, depending upon the wall. You need 3 wall breakers at Town Hall 9 to get through that level 9 wall. But ultimately, yeah, let that Golem soak up, and then ultimately your Valks are going to follow right through. I mean, you want to send King, Queen, drop that poison spell, let those Valks run wild, and then send the jump spell immediately opposite exactly what he did here, so they can follow through that part of the base. And that's kind of where you want to start, because then you can position, as he did, some of the wizards on the left-hand side while they're being distracted by whether it's the Queen, Golem, whatever's running through that compartment. Send those wizards, let them flank, and then take out. Instead of using hogs, use wizards on the side. Same, I mean, far more effective if you can control the troops that are running through those compartments, and at the same time run the wizards in there so they're not being hit because they have very little hit points. But they won't be susceptible to whether it's bombs, traps. They're just kind of doing their thing from the outside, looking in. You know, it's almost... let's see here. Alright, so we've got a little Golemite still alive. Pretty sweet, keeping that Queen healthy. If that Golemite didn't survive, this attack probably would have failed. So, lesson learned. You know, bring some hogs, because you don't need all of those Valks. And the Valks in this base get stuck in too many different compartments. If it was more wide open, or say the last base, because it's right around the entire outside, Valks would be better for that base. So bring some hogs. Hogs are OP at Town Hall 9. You got level 5 hogs, no problem. You can get level 7 in your clan castle unless you want to use bowlers with 2 troops. I'd suggest doing any of these ground attacks. Alright, we've got a... There go La Lune. Alright, got 2 golems. Got some wizards. The approach is as efficient as possible. This will be key. I mean, you want to be boom, 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 in and out of that base. You know, I know it's an awkward layout. This is actually a well-designed base. All the other bases were pretty shitty, to be honest. You know, dropping those bowlers late. You know, this is an excellent approach from this attacker here. You know, poison spell doing its thing. Bowlers walk around that top right-hand corner. Got those wizards coming in there. All right, so the La Lune begins. Got a couple loons. I love the hound drop. Same thing as this attack. I'm going to call that out right away. Drop it from the bottom right-hand corner. Let it cut all the way across the map. Suck up 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I counted right. 4 air bombs. So those would have taken out loons. It would have been game over, goodbye. But in this case, loons are still OP, running around, doing their thing. He's got whether it's haste spells or he's got rage spells. Actually, ran out of spells at this point, but there's not too many air defenses left. So I mean that Hound is occupying that one air defense. You got that. Oh, here comes an air bomb. You've got still that Archer Tower alive. Probably should have saved a spell or two. I know we used a lot on the approach with the bowlers and his heroes, but you see here, it's almost luck that he survives this raid and get that one balloon. Although his queen is still running around, doesn't have too much health, but this worked out, no problem. What do we have next? Scrolling through a few. Maybe I'll get one of these top attacks. Never know. Give someone else a shout out here. Scout this base. See what's up. Alright. We all love Mean Jean. She's awesome. She runs, not only, she partners with the Jerk, but she also has her own clan, so definitely check out her clan too. I'll put a link in the comments and the description if you guys are interested, either checking out the Jerk's clan or MJ's clan. See, this is a pure bowler approach using 7 giants on entry, using, let's see here, 23, 24 bowlers, pretty wide net, but ultimately the funnel worked. The bowlers went right through the core of that base where you wanted them to go. You don't want them going left, right, splitting up, because then they won't be as effective. They don't travel in packs. Well, they travel in packs well, and they avoid the, at least the group or the pack, as you can see here, the mentality. These other bowlers like, oh, I'm going to go off on my own, I'm going to play down the right-hand side. Not working so well, is it? I mean, he's lucky he's got a giant there, but as soon as that giant leaves his side, it's like his bodyguard. No more. 3 shots from that cannon, that bowler is whoosh, toast. Alright, back to the top. See here, we've got the Warden doing its job. Warden's extremely powerful tool when you work with, not only bowlers in this case, but also when you have any troop that doesn't have enough hit points. Bowlers about what, 320, 330 total. You're going to want to, work with that Warden's ability and get all those bowlers underneath that shield. Give them maybe 1 to 2 extra hits, but that could mean the difference between knocking down an Archer Tower, knocking down a cannon, and having that bowler live to hit the next building in front of it, and maybe clear a path for the Archer Queen or the Warden to snipe buildings. I'll finish this quickly. MJ did an awesome job on this attack. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 83, I think 84% is where we end off at. Oh, 83. Great job. Number 1 on the enemy. They didn't even touch her, maybe, not even close to what she got. So, way to go. That's what we call great teamwork, guys. Partnering up to get these hits done. Alright, I'm going to show you some more attacks. Got a few more coming your way right now. Alright, looks like Microwave. Let's see, it's a 9.5. Sorry, 8.5 in this case. I'll probably skip through this attack. Alright, Lava Boy. I want to give this guy a shout out. He is a hell of an attacker for a low Town Hall 9. Any Town Hall 9s that have heroes below 1010, follow this guy. I don't know if he's on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Add him as a friend. Follow his attacks because he is good. So you'll see his approach. He's practiced a number of times. We FC in the gathering quite a bit. It's good because you'll get to hit bases you never hit. Generally, when you're in your clan, you're sitting there and you're running through bases, and you have no idea who's going to show up at the gathering. So it's like, oh, great, I got to hit this guy's base. I got to hit this person's base. All the experience is worthwhile. I suggest you joining for our next event, which is, I believe, coming start of March. So keep an eye out for that one. All right, you'll see here his approach. I probably missed the beginning part of it, but I want to get more of the La Lune segment after he runs his bowlers, the queen, the king, Everyone knows how to tank with their heroes and what to do to get to the middle. It's more a matter of loon placement, spell placement, as well as hound placement. So here, I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got a number of loons still left here. Bowlers still survive. I mean, you want to engage those loons as soon as you get those air defenses. You don't want to wait and say, oh, how far can my bowlers go? Not what you want to have done, because those bowlers can probably do a hell of a lot more damage if the loons or the hound being distracted, say, if you can pull the attention away from an archer tower, something that would be killing your bowlers. So always want to start that approach and then make sure, even when your bowlers are still, say, in flight or kicking some ass in that base, whoosh, throwing those rocks everywhere. Alright. Next attack. We'll see what I feel like doing here. Alright, I think that's Phoenix. Looks like we've got ourselves a Town Hall 8 attack. We're going to capture a few of these because our Town Hall 8 friends out there show them some love too. I got you guys. We're all good, alright? So, great lore here. I want to get that, at least the dragon and the balloon, as far away from the base as possible, so you can use your wizards and take them out. They'll be detrimental to the health of, looks like Valks in this case, as well as some of the wizards. So, you know, ideally, probably should have brought a giant or something to tank in front of those wizards once you decide, hey, I need like 5 or 6 wizards to kill this balloon and kill the, well, I guess he uses other spells for the Quake, but bring a giant, bring a golem. Don't be afraid to have something tank and suck up all that firepower. I mean, he's got a number of mortars and splash damage, which are going to hurt the Valks in this case, as well as your wizards. But as you see here, no problem. Level 2 Valks are pretty powerful at this level. Town Hall 8, this is a weaker Town Hall 8 base. Walls kind of suck. If the walls are level 8, you might be a bit concerned, but in this case, who cares? Let those Valks rip. Not too many compartments. It's a great Valk base. You don't need to use hogs in this base. So, funnel through this base, and the king's making his way on the outside. Probably will fast forward given his attacks are over. Crushed it. We'll give you another attack in just a moment. Alright. And look who it is, Meep. One of my good friends. She is a great attacker. I know she just went Town Hall 9, so I'll still call this like a Town Hall 8. These are heroes only level 1 queen. But still an awesome attack considering you know, the base here and all the defenses, you know, we're working with, and the enemy queen. Not much fun to match up against an enemy queen. I mean, the enemy queen, even at level 1, is like 200 damage a second. So, see here, I love the lore. You know, getting those wizards up in there, taking care of those CC troops. Alright, dropping all those, let's see here, we got wall breakers, entire funnel of wall breakers. Funnel, no problem. Let's make it to that middle core. Not only that Quake spell, as well as, alright, Valks ripping through here. Those wizards following the core. Valks can act as the core, or the meat in this case, for your attack. You see here, I love that placement for that heal spell and that rage spell, knowing there's probably a bomb in the other side of that compartment, which in this case, there might not have been, but it's always safe to drop it, knowing, yeah, me ran into 2 bombs on that compartment. You know, knowing my Valks, if your Valks on the when they're raged, they're gonna run through that pretty quickly. So you probably want to stop, think ahead of time. Yeah, I need to drop that heal spell before my Valks hit there, because if they run through 2 bombs and they're taking fire from these enemy, you know, archer towers, splash damage, they might all just die right then and there if you have that heal spell, which might hamper your attack. Her attack kicked ass. That was great. We're done here. So,